Hi everyone, this is Naomi from Whimsical and Wicked Soaps, and today we're going to be making my Buzzing Blossoms cold process soap. I've been wanting to make a floral top soap for a while now and haven't been able to get it out of my head. Since I've started back into soaping, spring seemed like the perfect time to finally make this soap happen. And I have to apologize ahead of time, I have a really bad habit of making my embeds off screen. If you'd like to see me start making those and adding that to my video, please leave a comment below and let me know. And I'll try to start including those in my upcoming videos. So as you can see at the bottom, I've already made all of my little floral embeds out of soap dough and let those set up. And I've laid them out kind of how I want them, just so that when I go to put together the soap, I don't have too many issues trying to figure out their placement. This is actually my second attempt at this soap, as the first one suffered an unfortunate tragedy. My oven broke recently and I'm not able to use the bake function, so right now I can only use the broiler until I get a replacement part. And if you're wondering why I need the oven for my soaps, sometimes I like to C-pop my soaps. And what that does when you heat them up in the oven at a really low setting, so I set mine at 150 degrees, is it just warms the soap up and forces the gel phase, which usually gives it a more translucent and shiny look that I'm sometimes looking for in my design. So as I was saying, this is my second attempt at making this soap because the first one was one of 3 loaves that may have been forgotten in the oven when I turned the broiler on, and they all got cremated on the top. And sadly, all the beautiful flowers and bees got crispified. While the first soap is still usable, it's not very pretty. I probably will be adding these to my Etsy shop at a deep discount, so if you want the soap and you don't want to feel bad about ruining the beautiful top, these are perfect for someone who doesn't like to use pretty soaps. Honestly, they're not very pretty anymore. That being said, it actually turned out better in the long run because the first recipe traced a little too quickly, and I like the way the bees turned out better in the second batch. The first batch, I just couldn't figure out what was wrong with them, but I didn't like them completely. And once I remade them, I figured out giving them thicker stripes made them look like way cuter bees. Alright, so let's get back to the soap making portion of the video. I've already added my kaolin clay to anchor the scent. I've added my cooled lye water to my oils, which I've allowed to also cool to room temperature. And now I'm just blending in really small spurts and checking until I get my mixture just past emulsification. I want to make sure my batter stays pretty thin because I'm trying to do a drop swirl design to make it look like the honey is literally dripping down from the cones. And I'm also trying to be careful because I'm using a floral scent, and usually those tend to speed up trace. Now that I have the consistency that I wanted, it's time to add the fragrance oils. For this batch, I did a mix of Nature's Garden oat milk and honey, and also their lavender scent to make a nice kind of sweet honey and floral scent. One of these days I'll figure out which angle to actually show this to the camera at. Once I've gently hand blended my fragrance mixture in, I'm going to split off about 25% of the batter to do the gold color that I'm using to make the honey drips. The batter did still thicken up a little bit more than I wanted due to the floral scent. However, the tops are really the showcase of this soap, so the fact that I didn't get as deep of a drop swirl as I wanted isn't a big deal to me. And now it's time to add all the embellishment to the top. This was honestly the most time-consuming part of the entire batch. I wanted to make sure that all of the flowers were kind of evenly distributed, and you'll see that I made sure that each bar was going to have a little piece of honeycomb on it as well. All right, now let's cut these open and see how they turned out on the inside. I made sure in the cutting that each soap has its own little honeybee, and I absolutely love how these turned out the second time around. That's all for this soap, but before I go, I wanted to leave you guys with a little something extra. Since I'm still new to YouTube, I figured I'd add some clips of me messing up, fumbling over my words, and all around just not speaking well, because, words are hard. So I hope you enjoy the little extra clips at the end. If you do, let me know, and I'll try to keep adding them in upcoming videos. My oven broke recently, and I'm not even though I'm sad about the bees. At least, why am I like this? All right, enough of that. Stop. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.